The cheerleaders here at Banning on homecoming. And there's that excitement level, not only because it's homecoming, but because it's a big game, the opening game in the Marine League. San Pedro 3-2, Banning 4-1 in the preseason. Both teams with grueling schedules. And they're set to do battle. These are two of the top 6 or 7 teams in the LA City section, two teams that could end up in the Coliseum. There's Mike Walsh, a quarter of a century of excellence, 25 years. You see the 5 city titles. His 96 team went a perfect 14-0. And a terrific X's and O's guy. And on the other side, third-year head coach John Aponte. He was in the military for 8 years, served in Afghanistan and Iraq. In fact, he played football in the Marine Corps. And he's done a terrific job retooling the Banning program. Ricardo Parra off the soccer team, kicking off for San Pedro. Fumbled and taken upfield at the 12-yard line, and this is not going to be advantageous field position for the Pilots. They'll start from just outside their 15-yard line. Ball was scooped up by Leo Santana, a linebacker. There's your quarterback, Miles Porter, a transfer from Carson High School. He's a strong downhill runner. Tough guy to bring to the ground. See the passing numbers at 54%. He's had a very good season, and he's but a junior. Right up the middle with Villarreal, and he's off to the races. Still on his feet. One man to beat. He's cut down at the 9-yard line. Joel Villarreal, and this fan base is excited early on.
This is how they want to start the game, with that offensive line, with that read option play. Give it off to Villarreal, and he just turns on the gas and gets to the next level in a hurry. Almost gets into the end zone. This is the way you want to start this game and galvanize your crowd with the first play.
What a run for number 33. He's but a junior, and boy did he get to the point of attack in a hurry. Sideline foul against Banning. I believe it's going to be a warning. It won't be walked off at this point. It's just a warning. There's the offense. Moala is also a tremendous downhill runner. You saw what Villarreal can do. DC and DH on the outside, and Castaneda and Hernandez. Gonzalez has very good hands. They love their tackles, Daniel Guzman and Chris Lozano. They believe they'll both be all Marine League. And they are going to step off the yards. Back to the 23-yard line. So a celebration penalty. What a start for Banning. Villarreal again. 4 yards to the 19. Huddleston is quick off the edge. Spinoza was the lineman of the year in the city last season. Linebackers are very good. Kanashiro will be in on a lot of stops, and Noah Lopez is all over the field. The deep secondary, there's Antonio A.J. Frazier. He is an all-city player. Villarreal inside the 15-yard line. A steady dose of number 33. He'll average about 20 carries a game. He came in just shy of 800 yards with that long first run. He's well over 800 yards on the season.
Oh, he's a physical runner at 5'8", 175. Loves to hit the weights. And he depends on that offensive line. They're all big up front. They control the line of scrimmage, and they're going to want to dictate terms tonight.
Moala's first carry. This is Banning football. They have good wide receivers. They run the spread offense. But, Ralph, they're content to run the football and beat up the clock.
Yeah, they want to wear you down. Ball control is what they do at Banning. And they just want to hand it off to that big fella, Joel Villarreal. They've been doing a good job this first series. Explosive play, control the line of scrimmage.
Moala, who's in the backfield currently, is a transfer from St. John Bosco. Banning, unsure of the call, takes the timeout. 10:07 to play, first half, first quarter. And this football team from Banning is threatening. Now, they wanted to be patient. They wanted to take care of the football. They felt they had to match the Pirates physically and win the turnover battle. And early on, they physically made a dent in that Pirate defense.
Well, they depend on their offensive line. This is what they want to do. This is a staple of their offense, controlling that line of scrimmage and trying to wear you down, not rush anything, chew up some clock, put some points on the board to get a victory.
Fabulous crowd here tonight. There's 2,500 on the Banning side. They sold the tickets yesterday. They were gone immediately. They expect another 1,500 on the San Pedro side. So they expect some 4,000 here for this opener of the Marine League. Maola. That was easy. Touchdown, Banning. Sultan Maola, the sophomore, the downhill runner, downhill to the end zone.
And you look at that edge block, nice crease. Miles Porter rides the football down to Maola, and he gives it off to him. Nice blocks down the field. Sticks his foot in the ground, gets north-south to get into the end zone, put Banning up.
That was an impressive drive of over 80 yards. Santiago Cardenas, outstanding kicker, is on for the PAT. 7-0 Banning. Mike Walsh's football team hit immediately. They're going to have to regroup. A belly shot by Moella, running for Pedro. And early on, a statement drive by the Pilots. This is Cardenas set to kick off. And remember, number 18, A.J. Frazier, is back deep with Michael Hernandez. At the 1 yard line, it's Frazier. Has a fissure to the 35 yard line where he lost the helmet. He's always dangerous. Jacob Miller is the senior quarterback, 3-year starter, 21-7 as the starting signal caller for Mike Walsh. A very determined young man. He hurt his ankle in the opener against Downey. But last week he was 8 of 10 against Fairfax. It's a football team that loves to run it. They will pound it. That's Kaneshiro, number 26. He and Halsey will carry the load. The 51st carry of the year for Kai. He's a sophomore. Hard to bring down on first contact. Offensive set. Michael Hernandez and Raymond Geha, both sure-handed. Offensive line, Noriega played last year, so did Campazano. That left side is terrific. Miller to the air. Now, he's a very accurate passer when he's given time, and he finds Michael Hernandez, the junior wideout. The defense, Ropati and Terrasas on the sides off the edge are both very good. Leo Santana's coming back after missing a couple games with a concussion. Jimmy Otto's the leader of the defense. And in the secondary, Gabe Ruiz is a 3-year starter. Second back through. Ruiz came up and made the hit. Pickup of about 4. It'll be second down and 6. Jacob Miller, a very composed quarterback. There is a talented free safety in Gabe Ruiz, just a junior. Pitcher on the baseball team. Terrific all-around athlete here at Banning. He's the backup quarterback if anything happens to Miles Porter. And again, at the point of attack, the black and red is waiting. Boy, that defense charge led by Vincent Perez.
So this game is going to come down to the line of scrimmage. You look at that inside game, gets into the backfield of San Pedro, and he makes a great play. That's Perez. Sideline to sideline, makes plays, has a keen sense for the ball, and he just made a play right there.
Third down and 6. They've been able to slow down Kaneshiro early. Miller with the rollout. Perfect pass to Geha. And a first down to the 33-yard line. Raymond Geha runs precise patterns and has terrific hands.
Well, this is a timing pass. He sells it really good. Geha's a salesman. Looked like he was running the face, snaps it off, and runs the comeback. Miller throws a nice pass to move the chains.
And you have to respect Geha. He's got great speed to stretch defenses. He also is a route runner. Tough to control. The deep back is Kaneshiro, number 26. And again, he handles it. Has running room to the 25-yard line. Ralph, we may have a quick night this evening the way these two teams are running the football.
Yeah, they both like to run the football, establish the line of scrimmage. Right now, San Pedro's doing a good job mixing in run and pass. On that play, they got to the edge, stuck his foot in the ground. Kaneshiro, he's a north-south runner. You look at him right there, averages 6.4 yards a carry. On that play, he gained 7.
7.5 minutes to play. First quarter. Second down and 3. Two physically talented football teams in the Marine League. Miller again to throw. Protected well. To the sideline, low to the ground. Rolling for it was Frazier, and he could not make the circus grab. Yeah, they will try to get A.J. Frazier involved in a variety of ways.
Well, he's so athletic, you have to get the ball in your playmakers' hands. They use him down the field, straight line speed to get past the secondary, but also they use him on that jet sweep as well to rush the football, because when the ball's in his hands, he's going to make you miss, and he's very dangerous. Pirates
went 11-2 last year, lost to the semifinals in a high-scoring free-wheeling affair to Carson. Kaneshiro is thrown back. Jimmy Otto, 43, leading the charge. That outstanding middle linebacker. A weight room guy is Jimmy Otto.
Yeah, he loves the weight room. It shows up on the football field, and he knows how to shed blocks and disengage. And on that play, reads his offensive lineman, the defense, pulls that trigger and makes that tackle for loss.
Noah Lopez, 45, in there to block. Passing down. 4th down and 2. And it's Miller calling his own number, and he's got a first down. Jacob did a nice job. Faking the fly sweep. Found some gap room off of guard, and Miller has a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, Miller's really shifty. Can't sleep on his speed. You look at right here, bobbles the snap. Just gets north-south. That offensive line did a great job getting a hat on a hat for them to get that first down. Good job by Miller. Concentrating, getting that football, and then getting the first down.
Kaneshiro hitting his backfield. Nowhere to roam. Boy, this defense of Banning attacking early. There's Moala, number 5. Sultan Moala, who scored the touchdown on offense. Banging helmets on defense. Coach says he's a special kid. He's just an amazing player.
Wow, he loves to stick his nose in there. He's only a sophomore, loves the game of football, and his players and his teammates, they love him as well. This defense does a great job flying to the football. They're fast flowing. It's going to be hard to get outside on them tonight.
Michael Barnes, our lead official, says San Pedro will take a timeout. Well, the Banning defense trying to hold on to the 7-0 lead. First quarter, 5:22 remains. A rapidly moving quarter. Again, that's not a surprise with two ball control, physical football teams that love to run it right down your throat. But look at this pomp and circumstance tonight. What a joyous night it is here in Wilmington.
What a wonderful feeling when you have homecoming. It looks like that with the fans. Every seat is filled in here. You look at that energy. Nothing like high school football with the band playing, galvanizing the crowd, and supporting their team tonight.
You are off again. We want to go back. In fact, this is our fans' choice game of the week. And the 3 choices that were on the board, this was the winner. 19,000 total votes came in, 11,000 for this game. And we at Time Warner Cable and Time Warner Community thank you for all your support of high school football. Joy for us to come every Friday and cover a football game, and occasionally we'll have volleyball for you as well. In fact, we have volleyball coming up, and we'll reveal what game we'll be going to next week at halftime tonight. Kaneshiro off the fly sweep fake. Kaneshiro, number 26, handling it a lot tonight. Guy who had 124 yards earlier in the game this season and a victory over Culver City. 5 minutes left opening quarter. San Pedro looking to tie the game down 7-0.
If you want to stop this San Pedro offense with that misdirection, you have to play on their side of the football. Banning has been doing a pretty good job thus far with their defensive tackles, controlling that line of scrimmage. Great job at the point of attack and causing disruption.
Third down. Pirates need 7. Into the flat. Hernandez, a gifted athlete. About a yard, maybe a yard and a half short of the first down. Yeah, Hernandez, they love to get him the football in space. He's such a terrific athlete, number 11. We'll get him involved in the screen game a lot. Fourth down, less than 2 for Mike Walsh's football team. Frazier on that fly sweep should have the first down. I think everybody in the stadium knew AJ was going to get it on the sweep.
That's why they like to give him the ball to run that jet sweep, motion him across the formation, snap the ball off, and just hand it right to him. Let him find a hole, stick his foot in the ground, and go north-south. They did a good job. All you needed was a yard right there. Give it to your playmaker. He's going to make a play.
San Pedro's reached the batting 12-yard line. 3.5 minutes left, first quarter. Banning on defense, protecting a 7-0 lead. Again, the great defense. Ruiz coming out of the secondary to make the play. Second down and a dozen. Miller again protected well. The out pattern nearly intercepted. Intended for Geha. Into and out of the hands of Daniel Rulis, the cornerback.
That's a good job by Rulis. Nice back pedal. Drives the wide receiver first, then breaks underneath that route. Just couldn't keep a hold on that. Rulis has great feet, gets in and out of breaks very well right there. If he could have caught that, he might have been going to the distance for a touchdown. Great speed. Great play by him.
Rulis is so technically sound. The guy's getting better and better every week, and that was just terrific coverage. Third down and long for the Pirates. Ball sitting squarely on the Banning 14-yard line. 2.5 minutes remaining. Opening quarter, and it's been entertaining and fast. Miller scrambling. Just throws it into the ground in front of A.J. Frazier, who was bottled up by Leo Santana, the weak side linebacker. So it's fourth down. This time the field goal unit will come on. So the Pirate drive stalls, and they'll go for the 3.
Well, that's a good job by their defense. Bend but don't break. San Pedro drove down the football field. Good coverage on that back end. Miller had nowhere to go with the ball. Just had to throw it away and settle for the field goal try.
Ricardo Parra is the kicker. He had a 35-yard field goal in the win over Roosevelt. Michael Hernandez will hold. It's a 31-yard attempt from the near hash mark. Got it. So the Pirates on a 31-yard field goal from Parra carved the deficit to 4. Late first quarter action here in Wilmington, California. New score on the board is Banning 7 and San Pedro 3. And of course, it's just a joyous night here on homecoming. A sea of red. Oh, they're excited about this football game. They were lining up to get in here a couple it seems like a couple years ago. It was a couple hours ago. It seemed like a couple years ago. Not easy to get into the stadium tonight. Are kicking off. Danny Castaneda. Castaneda turning it upfield. Huddleston takes him down just outside the 30-yard line.
They're going to start with pretty good field position right here. Good job watching his blocks. Castaneda, these blocks on the inside. Good vision. Huddleston comes across the field to make that tackle. They're in good field position at the 30-yard line. Good kick return.
Well, they went 84 yards the first time they had it, they being the Banning Pilots. Villarreal for about 3. Biggest concern for Mike Walsh. He said, we got to keep their offense off the field. You see Chris Lozano, that gifted right tackle, the 300-pound senior, lose the helmet, so he's got to come off the field for a down. But Walsh's concern after watching early action here was accurate. It's difficult to keep this football team from running it effectively. Villarreal for only about a yard, perhaps 2, and it'll be 3rd down and 5.
And this is where you want to keep Banning on 3rd and longer, 5+ to try to stop them and get them off the field. 3rd and longer is where San Pedro can probably blitz, play zone, possibly get off the field on 3rd down.
Chris Lozano's got that helmet back on. He's back in. Porter to the air, incomplete for Castaneda. Excellent secondary coverage by the Pirates. And it's going to be 3 and out. Good defensive series for San Pedro. And the punting unit is on. Cardenas does all the kicking here, the guy with the tremendous leg. In fact, he was in the Nevada Wolfpack camp, and there is strong interest from UNR. And there's Frazier. Always on the scene for the Pirates. That's an effective kick. Not allowing Frazier to do anything. Minute 10 to play, and a very clean first quarter. This brings up a point. You know, Narbonne, in their win at Los Alamitos last week, went into the fourth quarter without a penalty. Their first penalty occurred at 7:23 left in the game, and this has been a very clean game. That's great to see that kind of execution.
Well, as a coach, you try to harp on that during practice, but when it shows up in the game, when your players are playing clean ball, you don't have any flags or laundry on that field. It speaks well of your team, speaks well of your coaching and their growth throughout the season.
Yeah, and this is a veteran San Pedro football team. Went all the way to the semis last year. There's the sweep. You got to handle it cleanly or you're going to get buried, and that's what happened to Joseph Santiago. He was devoured for a loss.
Well, this play looked like it had some possible positive yards on the edge. Santiago just bobbles this ball. He had blockers out in front. He just drops this ball on the mat. That's a jump on it for a big loss right there.
Final 45 seconds of the opening quarter. With Ralph Brown, I'm Randy Rosenblum. We're at Chris Ferragamo Field in Wilmington on the campus of Banning High School. It's homecoming. The opener in the Marine League, and it's 7-3. The Pilots leading the visiting Pirates. Second back through, and this isn't going anywhere. Again, terrific penetration as Brian Halsey is taken down. 51 in that backfield. That's Sal Ropati, the defensive end, 6'1 junior.
Well, if you want to stop this offense, everyone has to do their job because of the misdirection. You can't always just follow the play to the opposite direction. Know something else might come your way. Ropati does just that, makes a play in the backfield, and makes a good play for a stop.
That's how the opening quarter concludes. A Moala touchdown run for Banning, fueled by the Villarreal long charge downfield. Tight defense in the order restored action for Banning, and they also have a 4-point lead. And welcome back to Banning High School in Wilmington, our Fans' Choice Game of the Week on TWC Community. We head into the second quarter. Banning Pilots in front of the Pirates of San Pedro by 7-3. Jacob Miller airing it out, trying to stretch the field. Now that sideline incomplete. It's the first time we've seen him go vertical tonight.
Yeah, now it's to the outside to Bumgarner. I think they got Ruiz with a late hit on a defensive wide receiver. It's a good concept on the outside. Miller throws a pretty decent ball, but Ruiz with that hit on Bumgarner on the outside.
And if the name Bumgarner sounds like Madison Bumgarner, that's his nephew, Isaiah. And Isaiah, number 24, running this pattern down the field, is an all-Marine League baseball pitcher. Not quite Madison Bumgarner yet, but number 24 is pretty good in his own right.
Yeah, he's a shifty wide receiver on that play. He won a real route on the outside. Gabe Ruiz patrolling that back end, comes up, levels him a little bit, and then referee just calls that penalty.
Penalty takes it out to the 40-yard line. It is not an automatic first down. It's 3rd down and 5 for Mike Walsh's football team. They got to take it to the 44-yard line. Mike Walsh is old school, and his football teams play hard for 48 minutes. Liberal substitutions here. Just 6 seconds into the second quarter. Kaneshiro is going to lose a yard. Filtering through was Izuko Faigai, the defensive tackle, who has that quick first step, number 62.
He makes a lot of plays on that defensive line. You got to give credit to what they're doing tonight, that defensive line with Faigai, Ropati, and Rojas. These guys are clogging these lanes and playing on San Pedro's side of the ball right now. They haven't been able to establish that line of scrimmage and get the run game going. So they got to try some play action pass to push the ball down the football field.
Punting time for Michael Hernandez on 4th and 5. Sultan Moala is back deep. Otto nearly blocked it, but Hernandez got it away cleanly. Pilots will start from outside their 35-yard line. The 79th meeting between these teams. Keep in mind, San Pedro has won the last 6. There's the head coach, John Aponte, from the East Coast, New York and Pennsylvania. Those are the areas where he grew up before coming out west. An assistant coach here for a few years before he took over to run the show. Porter to the air. Short gain there. They'll sprinkle in the passing game, but this team is built as Gonzalez was able to bring it in on the run game. Brian Gonzalez, his 8th catch of the year. 2nd down and 7. That's what they do best, run the football, but nothing there.
And those are the plays they have to stop. That inside run game with Villarreal, that's where they're in business, and that's what they like to do. Wear you down on that inside, that physicality of their offensive line, that formidable line, and then use Villarreal as well.
Yeah, he ran into Danny Tanilu Talulu, who had an interception of 32 yards and a touchdown a week ago against Fairfax. Again, terrific defense. Outside linebacker Saul Goffa, number 42, sifting through.
Yeah, I like Goffa, and I like the adjustments that San Pedro has made after that breakout run from Villarreal in that first play. The defense is playing a lot better, a lot more stout at the point of attack, not allowing Banning to get inside and control that line of scrimmage. It's a tremendous job.
Again, when you talk about San Pedro football team over the years, always very stout defenses. They normally give up yards grudgingly, and then they wear you down offensively, and they have big play guys kind of like A.J. Frazier. Let's see if he can bust a return here. Takes the fair catch at the 27-yard line. I don't remember a penalty other than the one on the opening kickoff. What was it? Maybe it was the first play from scrimmage when Villarreal ripped off that long gain. That's the only one I remember.
Well, the last one just with Gabe Ruiz on that hit
yes,
from
on
the
late
safety
hit
position. But from what you're talking about, this game has been pretty clean. Not much holding. You normally see a holding call from the offensive line, at least by this point going into the second quarter. They've been pretty clean. Everyone's doing their job, getting blocks down the field.
Especially with the emotions running so high. That's what's so great to see. The execution level, that speaks to the coaching staffs on both sides. Both teams well prepared. Kaneshiro, he's got running room and a first down, 12 yards down the field to the 38. Kai Kaneshiro. And if you talk to Mike Walsh, you say, what do you love about Kai? His response is, he's a sophomore. What a future he has.
Yeah, and they got to hit these edges just like that. He finds that crease with the great vision. He runs north-south so quickly and hits the line of scrimmage so fast. Once he gets to that second level, he gets there in a hurry, and he's hard to bring down.
First down at the 39-yard line. Festive night in Wilmington on homecoming for Banning and San Pedro. Halsey, physically a bruising running back out to the 46-yard line where Mo Allah makes the stop. Brian Halsey's a senior, an intense player. He's another guy that went over 100 yards against Culver City. He had 102 yards. And when you talk about balance in your running game, coming into the game, Kaneshiro had 50 carries. Halsey had 50 carries. You love that kind of balance.
Yeah, it's a great rotation. Halsey comes in. He's the change-up back, physical guy, really shifty with great vision as well. Been doing a great job this year.
Second down and 3. Halsey hit at the point of attack, and he's going nowhere. Phi guy stalled the play. 62 lost his helmet, but he's an animated football player.
The one thing you want from your defensive lineman is how can they disengage. Phi guy does a good job disengaging, finding the football, and getting stops. He's a disciplined player. All those guys are on that defensive line. They make plays, just like Phi guy did right there at the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 3, and of course first downs are suddenly hard to come by. Certainly the Pirates would love to convert here. Kaneshiro is knocked down and knocked down hard. Saul Rapati, 51, getting that pad level down.
He brings his pads on every play. He's a thumper, and the whole crowd stood up on that hit right there at this home stadium of the Pilots. He's sideline to sideline, but when he decides to make a tackle, you feel it. Right there, gets in the lane, finishes off on the tackle.
Last year when these teams met, it was a very close game to the very end. San Pedro won it 28-14, but they scored late. It was a highly competitive contest, and tonight again it's competitive. High snap over the head of Hernandez, who's a terrific athlete. He's going to have to make something happen here. And Michael does a beautiful job after that erratic snap of saving the Pirates. That really speaks to his athleticism. Number 11, take a bow, Michael Hernandez. Just saved the night for San Pedro. A scrambling punter, and Michael Hernandez got this away and kicked it all the way downfield. It'll be a long field for Banning. Pirate fans say thank you very much, Michael Hernandez. Banning, which scored on an 84-yard drive. Their first series of downs. Making it stand up, Villarreal ripped off a long one. Had better than 70 yards on that one carry. Pass incomplete, tremendous pressure on Porter.
Yeah, this looked like it was a fake screen. And Ruiz looked down the field to throw the ball, but this is good pressure on the inside by Goffa right there. just throws that ball off. Ruiz was trying to head down the football field to make a big play.
Another pass to the near side. Very safe pattern. Corona able to reel it in. Fernando Corona, just a 10th grader. Had a 60-yard touchdown on a screenplay against El Camino Real earlier this year in a victory. Third down. 5 is needed. Early second quarter action, but they burn these clocks quickly, these two teams. Really the midway stage already. Just seems early because it's going so fast. Here's a run up the middle. That's good enough for the first down. Jimmy Otto, the big back. You talk about a guy keeping his pad level down. Jimmy Otto does that.
Yeah, good job up front by that offensive line. Get that crease ISO right down the middle. And Otto just does the rest with his big size.
Bruising back is Otto. Ball's deflected, but Corona able to still catch it. Looked like Huddleston got his arms up and deflected the ball, but Corona able to latch onto it. I'm just amazed how rapidly these quarters are moving.
Well, they both running the football, staying in bounds as well. And you look at Banning's offense, trying to muster up something right here with the inside run game and then throw outside screens. They're playmakers.
Second down and 10. Villarreal, maybe 2 yards. His name is Joel Villarreal, but a lot of his teammates, coaching staff will go by just Joe. But he's not just an ordinary Joe. He can really run the football. Great vision, quick and strong. Can't arm tackle him. 3rd and 8. And they give it to him. Villarreal nearly broke it to the Pirate 45-yard line. Nick Zabata holding on for dear life. That's a first down run.
Well, you run to that right side with Ivan Lopez and Chris Lozano. Those guys great at the point of attack, and they just make holes as an offensive lineman. They do a great job.
Porter to the air. Again aiming for Corona. Coverage from Mikey Hernandez. So as you look at the wide receiving core, Hernandez and Castaneda are the leaders. But it's been Corona early on that's Miles Porter's favorite target. Second down and 10. Back to the ground assault. Moala, first down to the 32-yard line. A 13-yard run by Sultan Moala, the transfer from St. John Bosco.
Well, Coach Aponte talked about controlling that line of scrimmage and trying to wear them down running the football. That inside run's been working. Moala busts through the line again on that play.
This has not been a fancy drive. This is smash mouth football. Huddleston finally getting Moala to the ground. But I guess when your head coach is a 35-year-old ex-military man who served in Afghanistan and Iraq, and John Aponte is going to have you in shape, you're going to be well drilled, and you're going to execute.
Well, that's what you like about this team. They're very physical. They try to wear you down, and psychologically, those guys are in this ball game. They go for 4 quarters. There's no quitting any of these guys, and they get it from their head coach.
A rare flag, and this one's going against the visitors from San Pedro. It'll move the sticks. Batting will have it at the Pirate 15-yard line. A late hit. Otto, maybe 1 yard. 4 Pirates there seal the opening. Just for a moment, there was a brief crease, and it closed in a hurry.
Well, that defensive line, those guys on the back end, Gaffa and Taliulu, they do a good job, but they've been blitzing these edges, trying to make sure they don't continue to run this ISO play with Villarreal.
2nd and 9. Otto again, Not a whole lot there. We've had a lot of helmets come off tonight. Speaks to the intensity and the fever of the hitting. Otto's going to have to come off the field. Boy, Jimmy Otto is a great two-way player. Of course, he probably doesn't remember Jim Otto, who played for the Oakland Raiders, and no, he is not related. Marker down. Penalty coming up against Banning. So both teams ticketed here late in the half. There's Michael Barnes, the happiest official around. Always smiling. He worked our Palos Verdes Carson game a couple weeks ago. He's a lead official with a great personality. Although right now Banning doesn't think it's so great after that march off. Villarreal down to the 25-yard line. Bring up a fourth down. And the field goal unit is on, and this would be about a 42-yarder. They love Santiago Cardenas. Again, he's got a very strong leg. And with inside of 3 minutes to play in the half, Cardenas is on. Ruiz will hold. Right in the middle of the field. It'll come from 42 yards away. Won't get there. Line drive. Came up short. So the Pirates hold. The field goal by Cardenas misses. And San Pedro's offense and their fine quarterback Jacob Miller come back to the field when we return. Homecoming for the Banning Pilots. They came out and charged right down the field, went 84 yards for a touchdown. Moala took it in. San Pedro came back with a para field goal. That's where we stand. Suddenly the two teams have settled in, and it's hard to move the football for the offenses. Let's see if Halsey and company can get it going. Not here. Just no running room for running back Brian Halsey. John Aponte. Miller into the flat. That's not going to work. Hernandez is eaten up by Moala. Sultan Moala can play football. He's one of those intense characters.
He makes plays all over the field, and the hallmark of a great defense is ball pursuit. You look at this ball to the outside. Looks like there's some area to make some room out here. Not at all. That defense from Banning flies to the football. Great pursuit angles for a stop, and it all was started by Moala.
Yeah, Moala got there. So did Terrasas. 5 and 45, combining on that hit. Timeout was called. Of course, Narbonne is the favorite, the defending city champions. Fabulous offensive football team. We've seen them a couple times already on TWC Community, losing heartbreakers to Gardena Serra and Long Beach Poly, but that Narbonne football team is gifted. 3rd down and 9 for Miller. They move the pocket. The deep ball, he's got a man. It's Geha to the 30-yard line and a first down. Raymond Geha.
It's a good job moving the pocket by Miller. Miller sets his feet and delivers a soft touch on the outside. Look at this. Pump right there. Goes a nice ball down the chimney. Right there. DeGeha, tremendous job. Tough job on the coverage by Ramirez. Got beat just a step. But great throw by Miller. Dropping this down the chimney and a play-action pass for a big splash play.
Geha had a 73-yard touchdown reception last year against Culver City, which is the second longest touchdown reception in San Pedro history. Kanashiro for just a couple yards, perhaps 3. And a quick timeout taken by the Pirates with 56 seconds left in the half. 7-3, Banning's lead is in jeopardy after that long hookup, Miller to Geha.
I think that was a great call on first down. They haven't been able to get the ball down the field, push it to their wideouts. It's a good job by the offensive line. That play took a long time to develop. Miller did a good job setting his feet and delivering a ball right down the chimney to Geha.
Ralph, we were talking earlier, San Pedro wasn't able to stretch the field. Well, they were just able to do that with Raymond Geha.
Yeah, it's a good job on first down. I mean, creative play call. Walsh drew that up perfectly. Double move on the outside, but you need your quarterback to make that pass. Miller is a good passer.
What you love about Mike Walsh is you see him come out during the timeouts. Here's a guy in his 25th year, 5 city titles, still has the passion, still has a lot of gas in the tank, just loves the program, loves the community, and perhaps the best X's and O's guy in the LA City section.
Well, when you look at his offense, you look at the people that he studied under and how long he's been coaching football, multiple formations, loves misdirection, and is not always stuck on running one specific play. You're going to see him open it up, spread you out, and then bring you into the phone booth to get physical as well.
Second down. Pirates need 7. They're 4 down. Working against a clock that's down to 56 seconds left in the half. Miller first looking for Frazier, now adjusts. Throws it away for Hernandez. Excellent secondary coverage from Moala. Really, Miller had nowhere to put the football.
Yeah, good job on that back end by those cover guys from the Pilots. But you look at Ropati, he was the one applying the pressure, so Miller had to get away with this football to save the down.
2 good receivers for the Pirates, and Hernandez and Geha. 2 guys who started last year on the semifinal team that lost to Carson in a heartbreaker at Pirate Stadium. Game we had for you on TWC Community. 3rd down and 7. Waning moments, first half. Pirates looking to claim the lead before intermission. Flag is out. Procedure. False start costs the Pirates 5. Makes the chore for Miller and Walsh's offense a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, you go from 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 12. Benefits the defense.
Three to the right of Miller. They need 12 on 3rd down. Down the field, caught by Frazier, but he's out of bounds. Well, they'll look to the All-Star when they need big yardage. Showed his soft hands, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah, and I'm shocked they haven't thrown a ball outside to Frazier a lot more. It's a good ball to the outside to Frazier right here. Just couldn't keep his foot in bounds for the big play. Would have been a first down if he would have caught it too.
4th down and a dozen. Ball spotted at the Banning 32-yard line. Out of Ricardo Parra's field goal range, so they're going to go for it. Miller protected well to the sideline and out of bounds, and Banning is held, and they'll take over with 39 seconds left. Miller is disappointed. Pirates defense will come on. Banning's offense might just try to come down the field. They got a good kicker in Cardenas. I think they probably will put it up top. What do you think, Ralph?
Yeah, they got one timeout. Try to see if they might just go with a draw play and see if it breaks loose, and then possibly lose their timeout and then go from there. 39 seconds. You got to try to get a big splash play to get down the field to get close to field goal range.
Well, he hasn't looked for Hernandez and Castaneda, his wideouts on the perimeter. See if he tries to do that here. Now they're going to be conservative and go up the middle. Try to bust it for a big play. It wasn't there, so just watch this clock wind down. Villarreal unable to break that one. Picked up 5, but San Pedro not worried about a 5-yard gain at this point. Inside of 10 seconds left. We won't have another play. That's how the first half is going to end. So a conservative couple runs for Villarreal. Banning will go into the locker room leading 7-3. The fans on their feet at Chris Ferragamo Field. The opener of the Marine League. Homecoming tonight. They're not disappointed. Their Pilots lead by 4 at the break. Well, it'll be an interesting second half. The first half was entertaining. Banning made more plays and thus has the lead. This game picked up 11,000 of the 19,000 ballots cast last week for our fans' choice game, and you guys got it right. There's an intermission. It is a very good football game. 7-3 for Banning, the host school, trying to break a 7-game losing streak in this series. You know, if you go back to the early 70s, 1972, Banning in this series ran off 16 in a row from 72 to 91. They won 16 straight battles. It's been a great series over the years. San Pedro has only won one more game than Banning in the entire series. It's 38-37 with 3 ties. It's been a fabulous Harbor battle, the battle for the Harbor. Ralph.
Well, you look at tonight and how they've been playing. This is the first league matchup, and it's showing on the football field this evening. The crowd has been into it. Everyone's excited. It's been a battle of the up front teams. Those units, front 7, can the defensive lines dig in? Who can stop who in this second half and prevent splash plays?
Well, the Pirates are going to get the football first. Jacob Miller was 5 of 11 in that first half. Not a whole lot of yards in the passing game. Threw for just 56 total yards. Again, 5 of 11. We'll see if Walsh's offense can get it revved up. Well, let's see what develops in the third quarter of this Marine League opener. Frazier from the 1. A.J. Frazier just knocked off his pins as he was breaking into the free. Oh, for a brief moment, it looked like he had a lot of real estate in front of him.
Yeah, he had a lot of real estate out in front. When he touches the football, he's dangerous. These are good blocks. Look at him go north south. But look at his tackle by the kicker right there. Cardenas sacrifices his body to prevent a possible touchdown. Good job.
Miller and his mates start from the 38. Just a ball's on the ground. Looks like Banning has it, and they do. So a turnover to begin the third quarter.
That defensive line did a good job. Everybody gets into the backfield, makes a play. Look at right here, come around to the edge. And that ball, it's a good job by Cardenas knocking that ball out to get the fumble.
Yeah, it was Kanashiro that fumbled, and now Porter's in deep trouble. And he's going to lose yardage. Vincent Wood busting through to get to him, get the sack. Vincent Wood, a defensive end, number 8. Terrific football instincts. Wood's been on the varsity since the 9th grade. So both defenses coming out and attacking. There's Wood off the edge, a veteran player. 2nd and 13. Back to the ground game. Boy, you love how committed Banning is to running the football with Villarreal. Again, he had 112 yards in the first half. He ripped off the 75-yarder. Got him 6, and it's more manageable now with 3rd and 7.
Yeah, he's a hard-hat guy, and they depend on him and that stout offensive line.
Porter to the air, and that's a big completion to Brian Gonzalez. Knew exactly where the first down marker was, working against Christian Michaels.
This is a good job. Just taking what the defense gives you. Ruiz right here stepping into this throw, and Gonzalez with a nice catch at the sticks to move the chains.
When you do it against Christian Michaels, you're doing it against a premier cornerback. Michaels is a senior who was all city last year. But number 15 able to get the necessary yardage. First down after the turnover. Banning trying to take advantage and expand their 7-3 lead. Porter, again, he's a load, 220-pound quarterback. Picked up 2.
They don't run Porter as much. Yes, 233 yards coming into this ball game. But Aponte likes everything big. His offensive line, Villarreal, Otto, and his quarterback as well, Miles Porter.
Porter again to the side, too high. That was the exact same play to Gonzalez. That was the play that converted the third down make the last time. Now they're going to be looking at 3rd down and 9. Porter says, hey, that one's on me. I threw it too high and wide.
Well, I think that was a good job, him throwing it wide by a mistake, because Nick Zabata was in that passing lane. He's tall at 6'3", 240 pounds. He could have picked that ball off if it was a little lower.
2 minutes into the third quarter. Banning is threatening, and Corona took his eye off the football. Boy, it looked like they had the screen set up. It's not a fumble. All the San Pedro players are saying it's a fumble, but it was never caught. So it's 4th down and 9.
That's a great play call. You look at the calls right now coming out in this second half, the runs on the inside and the pass plays. Now that screen play, they had some real estate out in front. Corona just took his eyes off the ball before he was getting ready to run.
Well, the Pirate defense trying to bail the offense out here and get a stop after the turnover. It's 4th down and 9. Can Banning make a big conversion, or will the Pirates indeed get it back for their offense? Porter protected well, too high over the middle, looking for Daniel Hernandez. And that Pirate defense is tough. And they turn Banning over on downs, and it's San Pedro will bring the offense back out.
Yeah, you look at that play, Porter, there was a passing lane right there. Gonzalez ran a good route, or Hernandez ran a good route, just couldn't shoot him, get him in that void, overshoots him again on the play. Look at right here, Hernandez right on the inside. Porter just shoots this high. If he can get this down just a little bit more, that's probably a catch and a first down.
Jacob Miller. Yeah, a 3-year starter for San Pedro. That's a good ball. That was well thrown. Pickup of about 7, perhaps 8 yards on that first down toss.
That's a good job. Sometimes in order to open up the run, you start first downs with passes. And right here to the outside, Miller delivers a good ball and a good strike to Santiago.
Yeah, Santiago has been very involved in the offense, using one of those fly sweeps. They call the slot back in this offense a sweeper. They religiously believe in the fly sweep. You see how they're in the slots, and Santiago is one of those sweepers. This is Kaneshiro right up the middle, breaking it out across the 45-yard line and a first down.
Yeah, I like the play selection. Now you go into the outside in the passing game. Now come back on the inside with Kaneshiro, your running back. Nice crease for him to get north-south. They're starting to get into business, get comfortable with this offense. Now they're rolling.
Kaneshiro came in with over 300 yards rushing this year. He was limited in the first half. Good run there out to the 45-yard line. First down, Pirates. They've never led in the football game. Halsey stood up. He's going to lose a yard.
I think that was Phi Guy in the backfield.
It was. He can't keep that helmet on. He knows where the shoulder pad is, though, because he's really bruising the ball carriers.
No, he's been making great plays in the first half, and once again in this second half, great get off. Right there by the football. He slips blocks and can get into the backfield. I like his motor as well.
Yeah, he's got a great motor and a terrific first step. 2nd down and 10. Miller with 8 minutes left in the third quarter, maybe going up top. Taking to the air, and it's incomplete for Bumgardner. Well, Madison's nephew had his hands on the ball, just couldn't bring it in.
It's a good play selection on the outside. When you run that out route against that defense, get inside on the linebackers, get your slot receiver or the sweeper receiver. Have him run that speed out. Miller steps into the throw. This could have been a big first down or a big gain on the play.
3rd down and 10. Walsh intently looking on at a defensive struggle. Teams have moved it between the 30s, but difficult to convert drives. Here's another pass too high, and the hitting continues. I'll tell you, Gabe Ruiz, that was some stick on Mikey Hernandez. It's amazing Hernandez is still in one piece.
Yeah, and I think Miller wants this throw back. If he could throw it a little lower, throw it too high. Don't throw it over there by Gabe Ruiz. So he's going to level you and run right through you. He's a thumper. He's a leader on that back end, and he's physical as well.
You know, you get excited at high school games a lot for long touchdown runs or long touchdown passes, but the Banning faithful erupted on that hit by Ruiz.
He's all over the football field. Ruiz is a big fella, 6'2", 215, and you can't expose your wide receivers like that around a guy like Ruiz. He's going to punish you.
Moala to return. Terrific punt by Hernandez. Going to be a long field for Banning. That first touchdown continues to stand up. 7:43 left, 3rd quarter. The Pilot offense comes back on the field when we return to Wilmington. Well, they're still dancing at Chris Ferragamo Field here at Banning High School on homecoming. There's Joel Villarreal. Well over 100 yards already in this game. Number 33 figures to tote the football a lot here in this sequence. You know, last season he was the Co-Marine League Offensive Player of the Year with Sean Riley, the gifted running back at Narbonne. And what's great for all us and all you, we get to see Villarreal, we got to see Riley because they both return. They were great last year, but they come back to play their senior seasons. And certainly Narbonne is a senior, and here for Villarreal, he's still only a junior. That's awesome. He'll be back next season as well. Villarreal again, finding a little bit of a crease. It'll bring up 3rd down. Porter in trouble, forced to run. The big fella can scramble, and he's got a 1st down. Shoved out of bounds by Nick Zapata. That's a big scramble to move the sticks by quarterback Miles Porter, the transfer from Carson.
Yeah, just a good job. Didn't see anything. Knows when to abort. Got to the outside versus Nick Zapata. Just steps on the gas to convert the chains. Good job. Doesn't see anything, and that's the responsibility the coaches like with Miles Porter. Responsible with the football and knows when to pull the ball down to run also.
Boy, that was an important make because you now can go back to Villarreal. Boy, that's a reliable ball carrier, number 33. See, we're inside of 6 minutes to go. 3rd quarter. We are burning clock quickly in this battle for the Bay. May seem conservative, these dive plays. Danny Talulu holding on, making the stop on Villarreal. Bring up another crucial 3rd down, and seems like we're going to be saying crucial 3rd down a lot. 3rd down play, and they run it. Moala looks to be about a yard short. Be 4th down and 1. Huddleston with the stop.
Yeah, and he almost gets there. Good job blocking up front. The Pirates, nice job rallying, preventing them from getting that 1st down. But Aponte does not care. He's going to run his game, run the football, even on 3rd and longer, to wear you down because he knows if he commits to it at some point, it's going to break.
4th down and 1, and they lined up like they're going to go for it. And they will go for it. Porter, with 220 pounds, able to push the pile and get the 1st down after bobbling the snap. That was dicey.
Oh, that was amazing. You bobbled the snap and still stretched the ball off to the perimeter of that run. Gets a hold of it, but his big body manages to lean forward to get positive yard. Right there, nearly fumbles the snap, regains control, leans his shoulder pads down and get that first down. Good job.
It wasn't the Bush push, but number 5, Moala, was pushing his quarterback forward. So 2 huge conversions already on this drive for Banning. They can go back to the ground and Moala. Again, he's slowed down by Tanili Talulu. And then the rest of the team converged. 3:45 left, third quarter. 2nd and 7. Otto goes for about 2. Another third down play coming up. Boy, number 43, Otto, when he carries the football, he looks for contact.
Yep.
Third down, 6. Porter is going to bring up 4th down. Give some credit to Vincent Wood and the defense of San Pedro. I mean, that Banning offensive line is leaning on him, but San Pedro's holding in there, and they're going to force a punt.
That's a good job by that defensive line, digging in, being rooted, and then disengaging because that offensive line of Banning is so tall with guys like Chris Lozano, 6'4", 300 pounds. You got Ivan Lopez as well. These guys are big, and they've done a good job disengaging, slipping blocks, and preventing big plays in the second half.
Always dangerous. A.J. Frazier back. Cardenas with a terrific punt. Frazier will take in the fair catch at the 25-yard line. Well, if San Pedro is going to get the lead here late in the third quarter, when we come back, they're going to have to go 75 yards. 2 teams playing stout defense at Chris Ferragamo Field. That hit by Ruiz, as good as you'll see at the prep level. Well, we haven't moved off that 7-3 score since the first quarter. And we're late into the third quarter. 2 teams going back and forth. The Pilots and the Pirates. Large throng on hand. Not any empty seats. Look at that. They're packed to the rafters. Certainly on the Banning side. San Pedro taking over. Running the jet sweep with Frazier. Across the 30-yard line goes A.J. Frazier. Moala got him to the ground with assistance from Esdras Ramirez.
This is where they like to get him the football. A.J. Frazier on that jet sweep. This is the second time they've ran it. Get to the perimeter. Let your playmaker use his speed and get some positive yards on the play. And this is a good job by them. Now they're going back to the run on first down. Good positive gains. Now it's 2nd and 7.
Second down play. Here's Kaneshiro. Sweep left. Turns the corner. Has a first down to the 40, maybe the 41-yard line. Boy, they put a lot of bodies in front of him. Cardenas dropped him, but Kaneshiro had those blockers in front of him.
Yeah, they're establishing that line of scrimmage. That's a good job by that offensive line. And Coach Walsh sticking to the script and depending on his offensive line, because when they take control of that line of scrimmage, this is what happens. 2 run plays, they get a first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 40-yard line for Jacob Miller. Fine quarterback, the senior. Hands it off. Halsey hitting it straight ahead. Jacob Miller, again, is a 3-year quarterback, 21-7 as the starter. He's the first 3-year starter since Melvin Yarbrough. When Yarbrough started in his 3rd year, he led him to the city championship in 1996, and they went 14-0. So Miller is a 3-year starter in rarefied air. 2nd down and 4. Halsey again, hitting it in the hole quickly, and it's very close to another first down. Getting a nice block from the tight end, Mike Spinoza. They move the sticks, first down, Pirates.
And this is just will from their offensive line. When you will yourself as a group and you want to determine to move the ball, get a hat on the hat, make sure you move the person in front of you so your offensive backs can get in these creases and get positive yards. That's what they're doing right now.
Final seconds of the third quarter. They will not run another play. Well, we're going to start the fourth quarter. And when we do that, Banning's 4-point lead's in jeopardy. The Pirates will start from the 49-yard line of the Pilots when we come back. No scoring in that third quarter. Banning up 7-3. It's a bruising, hard-nosed football game in Wilmington. PWC Community, a good one in the Marine League. The opener, Banning, came in 4-1 in the preseason. The Pirates of San Pedro 3-2. We start the fourth quarter. San Pedro has it at the Banning 49-yard line with a first down. Right into the middle of that front. And they go with the workhorse Kai Kaneshiro. Got about 5. Isaac Noriega and Juan Campazano, the guard and tackle who are so good. Huddleston running it. Dante is going to come up short. Going to bring up a third down. Now Dante Huddleston showing you his versatility, number 4. Again, he's been a running back. That was his 7th carry of the year. 3rd and 4 for San Pedro. Kaneshiro running wide, breaking into the free. Down the sideline. Diving for the pylon. Touchdown, Kaneshiro. And San Pedro's fans celebrate, and they have the lead.
When you commit to the run like San Pedro has on that series, challenge your offensive line, keep getting positive yards, it's going to break at some point. Look at that edge. Good seal block on the outside, and Kaneshiro does the rest. High knees, steps on the gas to get into the end zone. It's a good job. Check it again right here. Powers through, blocks, and turns on his speed to get into the end zone right there for the touchdown.
Kai Kaneshiro, the sophomore. Ricardo Parra for the PAT. Missed it. That could be huge. It's a 2-point lead. They couldn't catch Kai Kaneshiro. San Pedro has the lead with 10.5 minutes left in Wilmington. Kai Kaneshiro, 40-yard touchdown run with the PAT failing. And Mike Walsh finally has the lead on Banning. Moala. Still going. He loved his effort to the 24. Well, look at all the signage tonight on homecoming. They don't want to be on the losing side. They're currently trailing by 2. There's Villarreal, well over 100 yards. See most of it in the first half. 136 yards in total, 112 in the first half, including a gallop of 75 yards to set up the Sultan Moala 14-yard score. And Villarreal cannot get loose. They've been filtering through in the second half. It looked like Saul Goffa again, 42, who's had a terrific game from his outside linebacking position for San Pedro.
Yeah, they're doing a good job sending some internal blitzes from those linebacker, and Goffa, who makes a ton of tackles each game, gets into the backfield. This is the way you stop this offense. Prevent them from those big plays on the interior and force them to throw the ball and run plays to the outside.
Joel has to come out. Might be cramping up a little bit, replaced by Jimmy Otto, 43. Credit to the San Pedro defense. First time they were out there, they watched Banning come down the field for 84 and a score. And since then, they've held them scoreless, and Banning takes a timeout here early in the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 10. They want to make sure they get the play right. Ralph, this is the 4th time we've been in the Marine League this year. 2 games at Narbonne, the game at Carson, the one here tonight. And it's just great football whenever you come into a Marine League stadium.
Well, there's so much competition, so much history, great coaches, and all these teams play good football.
Well, Banning wanting to break through this year. It's a decent Southeast team. Garfield's one of the favorites in the Eastern League. And the last 3 victories, pretty impressive. You see all the points they've scored in the last 3, over 35 in every game. You got to go to Carson, which is improving. Figure to win at Washington Prep. Narbonne, that's going to be tough, and he'll be the favorite at Gardena. Banning figures to be a playoff team and a threat in the tournament. They want to win tonight. This is a huge game for them. Getting free is Castaneda. Danny Castaneda, his 15th grab of the year, one of the captains, an emotional leader here for Banning.
The San Pedro defense is matching up man-to-man on that defense. So if you're a wide receiver and you catch the ball, you have to make that individual miss so you can get those positive yards. They're depending on their secondary guys to match up and make plays in this passing game. Look at right here. Miles Porter throws it to the outside. Just misses the ball. Castaneda does a good job making him miss.
3rd and 1. Physical run will get him a first down. And again, the helmet comes off Moala and a late flag. How many times have we seen a helmet come off? We've broken a record tonight 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, at least.
Michael Barnes will give us the indication.
Smiles.
That's why the helmet came off. It was ripped off. Let's take another look.
Yeah, you look right here, just scraping. Right there, Hernandez just rips it off on the tackle.
Well, suddenly advantageous field position for Banning. The 47-yard line of San Pedro. First down. Porter. He's jammed up right at the point of attack. Spinoza, the defensive tackle, the senior, number 25. Again, he was so good last year, the city lineman of the year. Guy who lost weight last year to get quicker. Yeah, he's not a big guy, 210 pounds to play in the middle, but that quickness gets him off the ball so fast.
Oh, he's so shifty. He has 1 sack on the season, so he can get to the backfield, but he does a good job digging in and making sure they can't run the football on him.
Otto pounding away. Jimmy Otto down to the 41-yard line. Nick Zabata finally brought him down, but boy, you take your punishment trying to bring down Jimmy Otto. He is a load. 3rd down, right around 4. Between 3 and 4 needed. Ball's on the ground. Now it's going to bring up 4th down. Rare for either one of these teams to be sloppy with their execution.
This could have been costly right here. Look at Porter, dives in there. Now they're going to go for it on 4th down.
4th and 5, this is huge. Trips to the left of Porter. Throwing back to the middle, has an open receiver. Danny Castaneda on the crossing route, got wide open in the middle of the field. A huge throw by Miles Porter, his best aerial of the night.
That's a good job. They moved the pocket, flood to the outside, and then Castaneda just comes across the field right there in that void. Nice delivery by Porter. Big play, 4th down.
So remember that one, a 4th and 5 conversion. And Moala trying to move it forward just inside the 25-yard line. Look at that clock. We're already down to 7 minutes left in this game. A 42-yard field goal from where they are on the field. Porter trying to make something happen. Just tosses it away. Well, the play was well covered. Smart play to live for another down.
This is where Walsh's defense plays very well. They play a bend but don't break style of defense. You can move the ball on them in between the 20s Once you start getting close to the end zone, they tighten up, the windows get tighter, and you see on that coverage on that back end, no one was open. That's the style of defense that Walsh right there predicates his team on.
So Porter's going back to the air. Batted down. There's that man again, Spinoza. Suddenly Mike Spinoza coming up big.
Yeah, and it's not always about sacks. So if you can't get to the quarterback, try to get into that passing lane, then get your hands up. Right there, boom. Spinoza bats that ball down. Good job by him. Good job teaching and being aware if you can't get to the quarterback.
This is a third down play. They got the play back after the penalty. So this is a third down play. Reception by Corona only back to the 32-yard line. That would be a 49-yard attempt. I just think that's too far. Something for Aponte to think about. Looks like he might be sending the field goal unit on.
Actually might be punting.
I think you do either because it's the same guy, Cardenas. I think he's going to try the field goal. And he is. 49 yards.
Should always put somebody back there to return that ball. A cornerback or a safety, just in case it's short.
So Cardenas. Timeout for the moment. I believe San Pedro took the timeout, although the officials have not indicated that yet. Either way, this is going to freeze Cardenas. It's serving as a timeout. Well, they have great faith in Cardenas' leg. Tremendous leg. Again, he's the guy that worked out at the Nevada Wolfpack camp. And now the timeout is so indicated by San Pedro. But it took a while for the officials to collaborate and get that accomplished, and that was even a longer timeout. So all the while, Santiago has to wait and try to boot it through from long distance. 9-7, San Pedro getting the lead on a 40-yard touchdown run with 10.5 minutes left in the game from Kai Kaneshiro.
Yeah, and Aponte's on the field right now, being a little demonstrative, and some of his players are waving him off. They must have been a little confusion.
Well, officially, it's a 48-yard try from the 38, far hash mark for the lead. Got the height. Does he have the distance? Just underneath the crossbar. Didn't miss it by much. That was a terrific try.
Well, Cardenas has a powerful leg, and he's hit some of those in practice, but not tonight in this game. It's a good snap, good hold, good kick also. Gets this ball up just short of the field goal. Good try. It's a powerful leg. Just missed it. And you got to look back at that holding call. They're up 5 yards, 10 yards, whatever. He clears that easy to put them up.
Definitely, no question about it. It serves as a touchback, and San Pedro will take over at their 20-yard line. Cardenas has nothing to be ashamed of. That was a terrific kick. And the Banning defense is going to have to buckle down after they watched San Pedro march down the field the last time. Halsey slicing for a couple. In the middle of the pack, Iziko, Phi guy, the 5'11", 260-pound senior defensive tackle, number 62, and there's Halsey limping off.
Yeah, this is critical for Banning's defense. If they can get off the field, go 3 and out here, they have enough time with the punt return to try to give another chance to their kicker.
Last year, Chris Alvidrez and Christian Cerna carried the load in the running back spot. This year, it's Kaneshiro and Halsey. Every year, San Pedro has great running backs. Here's Kaneshiro again, dumped at the 25. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. So here we go again with one of those heart throbs, a big 3rd and 5. Is your heart beating out there? thinking it is.
This is a good one right now we have on hand, but the defense, that defensive line, that offensive line, this is coming down to them at 3rd and 5. Do you pass the ball or do you just hand this off? That's what you have to see what the Pirates are going to do on this occasion.
Manny needs to get off the field and get their offense back out there. Here's Kaneshiro turning the corner, and he's got a first down. He took a hit from Moala, but he was able to move forward, and that's a big first down, a huge conversion for San Pedro.
And that's a good job going back to the same play that they ran on 2nd down, 3rd down, get to the outside, seal the edge, Noah Lopez, get your blockers out in front, and Kaneshiro, he's going to lower his pad levels to get the first down. That's critical and key. They move the chains on 3rd down.
See, we're inside of 4 minutes to play. Huge game in the Marine League, the opener. San Pedro on the road. Well, they like to get another couple first downs and salt this one away. Kaneshiro with a nice effort on first down, and that's where they're going with it. He's been the man in the second half. Kai Kaneshiro, just a 10th grader.
Look at the second half. That offensive line from the Pirates, they've hunkered down, challenged themselves, and they've controlled that line of scrimmage to move the football. That's how they got the points on the board earlier. Now they're depending on their offensive line to milk this clock.
San Pedro trying to win the Harbor feud for the 8th consecutive year. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. Kaneshiro cannot get to the first down marker. They need to get to the 41 for their first down. Kaneshiro taking the deep handoff. He's got the first down. Driving forward for 3, perhaps 4 yards. And that San Pedro sideline, and their fans approve of that effort.
Oh, good job by that offensive line. Getting off the ball, taking great angles, but the one thing that's very impressive is Kaneshiro. Once he sees that lane and sticks his foot in the ground, lowers his pad level, he gets north-south in a hurry. He converts the chains again on a critical 3rd down.
Now Banning's going to have to use timeouts to stop the clock. As you can see, we're at 2 minutes left in the game. It's all Kaneshiro. Hit right at the point of attack. Well, there's the Banning timeout. Their defense needs to make a play or two. San Pedro on the Kaneshiro touchdown run, trying to win the football game on the road. In trouble here. They're down 9-7. San Pedro has the football. Mike Walsh's football team sticking to the game plan. Couple first downs, one more would salt it away. 2nd down, we need about 8.5. Kaneshiro. Banning has 1 timeout remaining. Probably take it right here, and they do. 3rd down, 4. He's going to see the ball again. He's hit in the backfield. That was the linebacker Santana, Leo Santana. He didn't play the last couple of weeks because of a concussion. Terrific play by 44.
Yeah, he just gets into the backfield and takes down Kaneshiro. It's a good job to get a spark on his team. The clock is their enemy right now. Banning's chasing points. They have to figure out a way to make tackles and break at the football, try to get a turnover to give their offense the ball back in good field position.
Well, Leo Santana with a big hit. But the clock's going to wind down until San Pedro either calls a timeout or takes the 5-yard foul. Walsh wants the timeout with a minute to play. So Banning's going to get a chance. This league figures to get at least 4 teams into the Division I tournament. Narbonne is the heavy favorite to win the league. Although that circle the date, November 6th. Narbonne's got to go to San Pedro, which could be for the league title. and a high seed, maybe the #1 seed. Here's your punt from Hernandez. Down outside the 30-yard line. So there's still 53 seconds. It is doable. Batting will start from its 33-yard line. Not bad field position considering. But can they make a play and stretch the field? Their fans certainly hope so. Incomplete. Near side, looking for Brian Gonzalez. They need to implement some kind of passing game to go with their great running game. Porter again to the side. That one's caught outside the 40-yard line by Gonzalez. Same play. They went right back to it. Smartly, obviously, getting out of bounds to kill the clock.
It was a good job by Porter this time. Stepping into his throw, shifting his weight, transferring it, getting this ball on the edge away from Hernandez for a positive gain.
Up 9.5. It's 3rd down and 1. Sure they got that first down. That's a priority. Throwing it deep down the field, and it's picked off. Coming back the other way for San Pedro's Christian Michaels. Then he dropped the ball back, and it's Banning ball. They recovered the fumble. Wow. Had Michaels held on to it, it would have been over. And Gonzalez got it back.
What a sequence of plays. Miles Porter throws an interception. He has anguish and is sad about his interception. Then you have Michaels running across the field, probably should have slid and gotten down on the plate, bobbles it and turns it back over to Banning, which turns into a big chunk yard play for the Pilots.
They're at the 41. They need about 15 yards to feel somewhat comfortable about a field goal attempt. But it is doable. You can see Miles Porter exhorting the fans on to come to their feet here at Chris Ferragamo Field. A dramatic conclusion in the Marine League. And a penalty on San Pedro. Inside the 30, they're going to take it down to the 26. I got to tell you, they're in field goal range at this point. Maybe you run a play, come up to the line, and kill the ball.
Well, I think you try to get a little bit closer for your field goal kicker. You want to pass the ball or run on the inside, then down it, spike it. You just waste it down, see if you can get closer.
No indication why the 15 yards was stepped off against San Pedro. Now the officials are going to confer. Let's see if that's the right step off. Mike Barnes is getting a conference.
They moved them back, I think, 15 yards.
So they're saying no flag, apparently. John Aponte looks content. They picked up the flag. You see him just pick it up and wave it off. So there's no penalty. Doesn't matter now. The ball's at the 41 and Aponte continually shaking his head. To the sideline. This one is caught. Boy, I'll tell you, 15, Brian Gonzalez has come up big in this fourth quarter, making some plays.
And you look at only 3 seconds came off the clock. Quick speed out, positive yards. It's a good job taking what the defense gives you so you can get in field goal range.
They still need some more yards. Porter again to the sideline. He's got his man. Now they're in field goal range. Now they're in field goal range. Ryan Gonzalez and Porter have found a combination that works. There's 24 seconds left. The Banning student body is eating this up.
Yeah, and if you're a Pilots fan right now, you're excited and anxious and happy that your team has gotten this far and a possibility to kick this field goal and win this game on homecoming.
Got to be careful here with no timeouts, though. Going to run the ball with Villarreal. Now you got it down it. Clock's going to run down. Terrific play again by Saul Goffa, but it doesn't matter. You go to the line of scrimmage and just kill it right there. Now you're going to see the field goal. On the scoreboard, it shows 10 seconds, so we adjust back to 10. Here comes Cardenas, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Now they're thinking about staying out there for one more play. Would you kick it right here? I would. I wouldn't wait. But the coaching staff is all that matters, and they're going to keep the offense out there. Got to throw to the sideline or the end zone here. This is very dangerous. And he just throws it away. Now it's 4th down. It's irrelevant at this point. In this rivalry over those 7 games, they were outscored 231-43, but it has been much different here tonight. Quite a battle.
It's been a tug of war.
They're adjusting the clock
to 6.
Yeah, it looks
maybe
like
7.
6 or 7. It looks like 6 now they've gone to. Again, that's irrelevant. From the near hash mark, San Pedro is going to take a timeout. Spread offenses going through the defenses like they're butter. This has been a hard-fought, physical contest. Let's go! And both sides are hoping against hope. Comes down to the field goal try. Rees the holder, Cardenas the kicker. Near hash mark, 42 yards on homecoming night. Kick is away, got plenty of leg. Kick is good from 42. They celebrate at Banning. 1 second left.
And what a kick by Cardenas. He gets another opportunity after just missing the previous kick by about a yard. And he's cold as ice right here. Dead center down the middle, very comfortable. And he had a lot of room left to ice this game and get Banning the victory this evening.
1 second left. That would have been good from 50. I mean, he drilled that, and Mike Walsh, calm and collective. His Pirates will be there at the end of the year, no doubt about it. But his team is stunned, and Banning is just thrilled on that kick by Santiago Cardenas. Celebration foul against Banning. They're going to have to kick off from their 25-yard line, but there's only 1 second left. Now you're going to see all kinds of laterals and crazy things from San Pedro on this final play.
You got to do whatever you can. Now that you're San Pedro, you got to make sure, hey, look, they're going to squib this ball. Want to toss it back as much as you can. Throw it, whatever you can do to get into the end zone.
And one final thank you to the fans for choosing this game. This is our Fans' Choice Game of the Week. Thank you. You got it right.
What a game tonight. A tug-of-war matchup. San Pedro's not out of it. You still have to kick the ball off to them. But what a game. And this crowd right now is excited. They're just happy and exuding a lot of positive and happy faces in this stand.
Well, Cardenas is going to keep the ball on the ground, I would think. You really don't want to kick it deep and give operating room to a A.J. Frazier. You want to keep it on the ground, right?
Oh, definitely. You want to squib this through. Don't get into his hands, but probably squib it back or squib it to somebody up front, like a defensive lineman, something like that, a linebacker. Try to corral him and make the tackle.
This may be the longest second for Banning in a long time. 2 traditional powers. Of course, the whole Marine League is a joy to cover. And for Cardenas, 1 second away from being the hero in the Harbor feud. There's the short one. Flags are out. And unfortunately, the kids have lost their cool. And there's a melee in the middle of the field, and hopefully they can separate these two teams. So after such a great game, we're going to have to wait and see. For now, it's 10-9. We think it's the final, but the flags did come out. And they were able to break it up quickly, fortunately.
It's a heated rivalry. You have to control your emotions after the game's in. Some of these guys are frustrated, mad that Banning's celebrating. He just got a little feisty at the end. Blows exchanged, real heated. But you have to keep your cool. Not necessary to throw punches at the end of the game or during the game.
Well, they threw the flags, then picked them up. That's it. Game's over. Well, kind of a sad ending in a way to a terrific game. And Santiago Cardenas is the hero. A great battle here in Wilmington. Cardenas' 42-yard field goal with 1 second left is the difference in the game.
Well, life's about second chances, and Cardenas gets a second chance from messed up plays, from a fumble from Michaels after an interception, gets a second chance to kick the field goal. Cool as ice, hits a dead center. Look at him right there, hyped up, excited, gets his team the victory.
That was a great kick, and when he kicked it, there was no question from 42 that it was dead center. For Ralph Brown, I'm Randy Roseland. We're spent. I know you are as well at home. There's our next telecast. We'll have that volleyball for you next Thursday. It'll be a good one in the West Valley Chatsworth and Taft. For Ralph Brown and our entire Time Warner Cable crew, I'm Randy Rosenblum. So long from Wilmington. Cardenas from 42 is the hero. 10-9. Banning wins in Wilmington on homecoming night. Good night, everybody.